It started with a hum, faint and low, like someone singing a lullaby 2 rooms over. Lila had only been living in the old farmhouse for 3 weeks when she first heard it. Nestled on the edge of a forgotten forest, the property had stood vacant for nearly a decade, ever since the last owner disappeared without a trace. The real estate agent called it quaint and charming, but her friends called it cursed. Lila didn't believe in curses. She believed in fresh starts. And so, with a hopeful heart and a stack of moving boxes, she began her new life in the quiet countryside, unaware that something in the walls had been waiting for her. Pause. The humming returned each night. At first, she chalked it up to the creaking of old pipes or maybe wind slipping through cracks in the foundation. But one night, she placed her ear to the wall and heard something undeniably human, a voice, whispering just under the surface. The words were jumbled, incoherent, but rhythmic. She followed the sound to the living room wall, just behind the antique bookshelf left by the previous tenant. Heart racing, she moved the bookshelf aside, revealing not drywall, but a rotting wooden panel with scratch marks etched across its surface, long, desperate grooves. That night she didn't sleep. Pause. In the morning, the marks were gone. She swore they were there, swore the humming hadn't been a dream, but when she tried to show her neighbor, the wall looked perfectly normal, aged, sure, but intact. "You've been alone too long," her neighbor chuckled. "Old houses like this, they play tricks on you." Lila wanted to believe that, she really did, but the whispers kept getting louder. They called her name now, clear and breathy. Lila. They cooed night after night. She began to notice other strange things too. Her lights flickered when she walked past certain doorways. Mirrors fogged even when there was no heat, and her cat, Max, refused to enter the study where the whispers were loudest. Pause. Desperate for answers, Lila turned to the local library. In the dusty archives, she found a single folder about the house tucked beneath yellowed town plans and water-damaged tax forms. The folder contained a newspaper clipping from 1973, "Family of 4 vanishes from farmhouse, no evidence of foul play." The article mentioned strange reports before the disappearance, unexplained voices, furniture moving on its own, and a child who kept drawing pictures of a woman with no eyes. Her hands trembled as she flipped the page. A grainy photo showed the same living room she now sat in nightly. Nothing had changed. The same wooden panel behind the bookshelf, same antique chandelier, as if time had frozen. Pause. That night, she decided to confront the voice. Armed with a flashlight, salt, and a hammer, she pried open the panel in the living room. Behind it was a narrow crawl space, filled with the scent of mildew and something else sweet and rotten. Crawling inside, she found a small bundle wrapped in old cloth. Unwrapping it revealed a locket and a brittle, yellowed diary. The diary's entries were frantic and broken, filled with mentions of a woman in the wall and the mirror that remembers. The last entry simply read, "She knows my name now. She's inside the walls." That's when Lila heard a soft creaking behind her, then the unmistakable sound of the panel sliding shut. Pause. Slower tone, she screamed, pounding the wall with her fists, but her voice was swallowed by silence. Her flashlight flickered and died, plunging her into darkness. Just as panic set in, the humming returned, inches from her ear. "You shouldn't have opened it," the voice whispered, and something brushed past her cheek. It felt cold, like wet silk. Then came the scratching, slow, deliberate clawing at the wall behind her. She clawed at the wood, splinters digging into her skin, but the crawlspace stretched longer and longer, impossible in size. Her sense of direction dissolved. She was crawling endlessly. Then a faint light appeared ahead, and with no other choice, she crawled toward it. Pause. The light led her to another room, one she had never seen before. It looked like a child's nursery, decades out of place. A rocking chair swayed slowly in the corner, creaking in rhythm with the hum. Toys were scattered across the floor, each one burned or broken. On the far wall, drawings were scrawled in crayon, a stick-figure woman with long black hair and hollow circles for eyes, looming over a smaller figure. The last drawing was different. It was of Lila, drawn in eerie detail, down to the scar on her wrist and the necklace she wore. Above it, in a child's scrawl, were the words, "She's home now." Pause. Something shifted behind her. A shadow stretched across the nursery floor. Turning slowly, she saw her. The woman with no eyes. Her face was pale and sunken, lips stitched shut with thread, but the hum still came from her, vibrating from within her chest. Lila froze. The woman extended a hand, and as she did, the room began to distort. The walls pulsed like lungs. The air thickened. Lila stumbled backward, clutching the diary to her chest. "Why me?" she gasped. The woman didn't speak, but a whisper filled the room, "Because you listened." Then everything went black. Pause. Lila awoke in her bed. Morning sunlight streamed through the window. Her heart pounded. Was it a nightmare? The panel was intact. The diary was gone. Everything was normal. Shaken but relieved, she packed a bag and drove to town, vowing never to return. Weeks passed. She stayed with a friend, got a job, began to smile again. But one night, as she brushed her teeth, the mirror fogged over. Slowly, words appeared in the condensation. "You still hear me." She backed away, dropping the toothbrush. From the walls came the hum again. Low, steady, and patient. Pause, building intensity. She never went back to the farmhouse, but the whisper followed her. Apartment walls, hotel rooms, even cars, it found a way. She tried therapy, hypnosis, even exorcisms, but the voice remained. Lila began to change. Her eyes sunk, sleep eluded her, and mirrors began to fog wherever she went. People around her grew distant, sensing something was off. Then one day her friend found her diary, half-finished. The last page read, "I opened the wall. She opened something in me. No one has seen Lila since. But sometimes, late at night, in old houses with creaking walls, you can hear the humming begin.